Yes friends, now I am taking next lecture, next root number, in which in this lecture, 10th lecture or 10th root number, same thing, okay, both are same thing. Now in this lecture, okay, I am taking the root number 10, in which now second letter of alphabet has started, means B. So from B, the word first root, in some dictionary it is given as a prefix, because some of the words here are framed with the help of bio as the prefix. So it works as a prefix as well as root. Now its base is from its etymology is from Greek word bios. Bios means life, organic life, or cause of life, okay, organic life. So this is taken from Greek word bios. So this is from Greek origin or Greek root, okay. So the root is from Greek. Actually the root means the word upon which number of other words can be framed. This is a root word, fundamental, the base of number of other words. With the help of bio we can say that number of words are framed either by prefixing or suffixing number of other words with this bio, or bio can also be used as a prefix, as one of the dictionary gives that it is a prefix. Bio as a prefix. Bio as a prefix I have used here number of words. Most of the words are framed with the help of bio as a prefix, but this auto now is working as a prefix and bio as a root word. In this way, root and prefixes are intermixed, or they are vice versa used. So either one word is a root or a prefix, doesn't matter, but we have to know that what did that word mean, okay, how it is used as a prefix or as a suffix or as a root, that doesn't matter. Only the word we have to know. So I have taken this in the root category, okay. So this is root bio, which is taken from Greek Greek language or Greek, which where bios is given. From bio means life. From that this word has been originated, or etymologically this word is taken from Greek language. Okay, so let me now define this word bio. And bio is a very much based upon living sciences, okay, or botanical sciences, living sciences, animal sciences, all the words which are related to the life, okay, that is devoted to this word. And this word root is, this root word or as a prefix word is very important to know about, because number of words from medical science, from other sciences are based upon this. Even for common man, this bio is so much helpful, because it's the animal's life, it's a botanical life, or whatever life, plant's life we say. So bio means life. Life has been detected in number of other things, meaning plants also have life. So in that way we can just define that number of words related to plants, animals, as well as trees and human beings, all the words are framed upon this word bio. Okay, so bio is very important, one of the important roots or prefixes in the English dictionary. So please just pay attention to this and make your own dictionary, make your own word power, make your own word list, where you can note down this root also, this prefix also. Let me now take bio. So bio is basically means life or organic life. This is life or organic life. Organic life means organic life. That means life of plants, animals, organs, organic life, mostly carbon based things. The things which are plants related, animals related, those lives are having life, bios. Okay, animals, including human beings, they are organic life. Okay, this life means organic life. Plants life, animals life, all those lives are organic lives. Okay, because organic chemistry, we study about organic chemistry, which carbon is so much discussed about. So all those animals which were previously animals or plants, they were having carbon. Through the carbon data system, we can find the life of this system, life of the plants or animals when they died, this and that. So this is how carbon is having organic life initially. So organic life is based on is found in the animals, in the plants, and all those human beings also. So organic life is proper word Bio means bios is used for, okay, bio is used for organic life, for life only. So Greek root it has been taken from Greek. Let me write here, it has been taken, or is based from, it has been taken from Greek word bios, right, bios, that are written down there. Bios means life or organic life. This organic life is the word, organic life, okay, source of life, organic life, source of life, all these words are used. Or way of living, source of life, way of living, etc. All these things denotes bio. So bio is life, source of life, way of living, or organic life. We can say organic life. All these are denoted by bios. Now bios is used as a prefix or as a suffix that depends upon the words or vocabulary. Okay. Now let me take these words one by one. If it's organic life, this means organic life or life. That is not a point of discussion. But let us take now that what is the word list here. So word list number one is biology. We know that biology. Okay. Biology is a noun. Logy means study and bio means life study. Okay, life science we can say the study of animals. It means the study of living organisms. Okay, or study of life we can say. Study of life. So biology is a life science or science of life. You can say, or science of life study, biology. Biology is mostly a subject of doctors, okay, medical experts or medical students. Okay, for them this word is so much important. They can't live without it, because biology is the main subject of the doctors or medical experts. Okay, so this is how biology is the subject. Now, second thing is a noun we have taken, and then we can frame number of other words based on this biological life. This is biologic, okay, and then biologic, etc. So adjective can be framed with the help of this noun. So in this way we can frame 3 or 4 more words. Then next word is biogenetic. Genetic. This is adjective here. Biogenetic means now pertaining to the development of life. Because this is related to the pertaining to the development of life. And biogenesis is development of life, from where these plants or everything has originated. That origin of life is known as genesis or biogenetic is related to the biogenesis. So pertaining to the development of life from life that exists. That is the biogenetic. Means from life we have to originate life. We have to develop further life from the life which is existing. This is development of life. Okay. But pertaining to or related to or pertaining to development of life. Pertaining to development of life from the existing life. Pertaining to the life or existing life. So pertaining or related to the life, to the development of life from the existing life. This is how Yes, biogenetic has been originated. Biogenetic is adjective. Biogenetic, biogenesis is the noun. Next word, third word is biogenesis. 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 This is biogenesis. Right, biogenesis. Noun here. So the biogenesis then development of life. Development of living organisms from the life that exists. Development is noun here. Development of life from the life that exists. From the life that exists. Okay, development of life from life means whatever is developed here. So we are just developing further advancement of life. Okay, how to develop the life, how to change the body's limbs, etc., etc. Okay, number of development has been done by the scientists, medical experts in this field. So biogenesis is the development of life from the life existing or from the existing life. These are three words we have taken. Now let me take, so you can now develop number of other words. Genetics we have taken, biogenesis we have taken. Then next word. Okay, so now let me take the fourth word onwards. So I take here always 10 words, but other than 10 you can find number of other words, at least 30 more words you can find. 40 to 50 words we can find based upon one root or prefix. So it is used as a prefix here. Prefixes adding the word previously from the root word. Okay, this is used first, and after that bio is used first. That means prefix. As a prefix it has been used here, but it works as a root. Because root means the word upon which number of other words can be framed. That is known as a root word. So this root word is working as a origin of number of other words. So this is how this word is. So now next is biogeneticist, the person who is interested in this. Fourth word is biogeneticist. Okay, this is a noun word here. An expert whose work is this genesis, an expert of genesis, an expert to biogenesis. Naturally, an expert of biogenesis, the previous word, third word, biogenesis, genesis. So, expert of biogenesis is then biogeneticist. Biogenesis, the scientist or expert. The fifth word is biogeny. Biogeny or biogeny, whatever pronunciation is there, nothing matters, that doesn't matter. Now, biogeneticist, the person one who experts in biogenesis, and this is biogeny. Biogeny is the development of life. Now, biogeny is the development of life. So up to now we have biogenesis, biogenetic, biogenesis and biogeny. So these four words are taken here, or this biogeny also. Only biology, the word was different. Others are biogenetic, biogenesis and biogeny. These are originated from Genesis. Okay, so development of life. This is the fifth word. Let us take the sixth word here. Biographer. Who is biographer? Biographer. Noun here. Biographer is the person, one who writes the life history of another person. Autobiographer is the person himself who is writing about his own history, about his own life history, and in this case biographer is the person who is writing the life of others, another person. So this is biographer. Okay, another person who is writing life of another person. So one who writes writes about the life of others. One who writes about the life of another. One who writes about the life of another. This is known as a biographer. The person is biographer. Seventh one. Biographer. After that, biography. Who is biography? Biography. Biography. Again now, this is biography. Graphe. Biography is a person whose life is being written. Undoubtedly, whose life is being biography. Suppose I am the biographer. I am writing the life of you or yours. Your life I am writing. I am the writer of your life history. You are the biography whose life is being written. Right? This is how biography means. So biography is the person whose life is being written. The person. This is the person whose life is written about. Got the point? Whenever double E is used, that means it denotes that person, one whose life is being written. In this case, life is being written. So anybody who is getting that point is that recipient. So here is the recipient person, one who is receiving the life history of that. Life history is of whom? Of whose life history is this? That person's life history. I am writing. I am not the biography. Biography is that person whose life is being written. Okay, so this is the person whose life is written about. This is the biography. So 7 words we have talked about. Next word. Okay, let me now talk about other 3 words, 8, 9, 10, and then I'll take some more words. Okay, based upon these nouns, you can have lot of other words. You can think about, can frame your own self. Now 8th word number 8, autobiography. This is, I have already talked about autobiography. Autobiography. This is autobiography. Now, autobiography. Now, in this case, one's own life story is written by oneself. This is autobiography. This is my autobiography. I have written about myself. Autobiography is the written material of one's own life. The written material, we can say, one's own life story. One's own life story. One's own life story written about. One's own life story written about. Okay. One's own life story written about by oneself. By oneself. Okay. By he himself. The person is writing about his life story. That person is known as biography is the written history, the story of the life history of the person written by oneself. So this is the book which talks about my own life, because this is written by me. So this is how it can be described. Okay, so we can just differentiate what is the biography. What is your autobiography? Biography is something else. Biography is written by me about you. That is biography. But autobiography is my own history, my own story, my own life story. Okay, that is how written by me. One's own life story written about by oneself. Next, 9th point. 9th point is bios. This bio is the origin that we talk about. Bios is from Greek Latin. This is a noun here. That means life. Okay. Bio is the organic nature of life. Organic nature Organic nature of life. Organic nature of life. Once more, organic nature of life. Okay. Organic nature among plants and animals. Yeah. That is life. Organic nature of life among plants and animals. Plants and animals. Among plants and animals. Organic nature of life among plants and animals. This is known as bios. Bios means that organic life, which was originator of this from Greek language. Bios. Bio has been taken from bios, which is from Greek origin. That means life, organic life, or organic life which is found among living and plants and living things, or living animals, living plants, etc. Plants and animals. So that organic life, or organic what you call way of life, way of living, which is found among the animals and plants, is known as bios. Okay. Then 10th word here. 10th word is biostatics. Now try to understand biostatics. Biostatics. This is biostatics. And another word is biostatistics. Let me write that also. Statistics. Biostatistics. There is difference among these two words. Try to understand. This is biostatistics, and this is biostatics. Simple biostatics. This word is being described here, but this word biostatistics, or statistics and statics, these two are the science subjects which are differentiated. This bio or statistics is the subject in which data is being dealt with. Statistics can be of, and like financial statistics, like statistics of the social statistics, there may be political statistics, there may be, statistics means data collection of any one particular life. Now in this case, in life, biostatistics, that means collection of data of animals' life or plants' life or whatever. This is biostatistics among the plants living in this area. So this is biostatistics. Got the point? This biostatistics is the data collection of the plants living or animals living. How many plants or animals, how many animals are found in this area? What various types of their data collection is known as biostatistics. Try to understand. This is again a science or noun. It is also known biostatistics. And this is biostatics. Now statics is the study of science which is of the plants which are stable. Statics is station. Now station is stated here, is not movable. Okay. The statics is something which is stable, not movable. In this case, the plants, this biostatics is the study of living organisms and their functions. This is study of their life, not data collection. And this is study of life, the life which is existing among the animals. So what kind of that life is? Animals are having what kind of life? What plants are having? What is different in them? This is study of origin of that plants, study that life found in animals and plants, difference between them, whatever. So that study of life is static. It may be it's 100% true. Nobody can change it. So it's a static thing, which is stable. This biostatics is the study of animal life among plants and animals, whatever. The study of living organisms and their functions. That is this. This is study of living organisms, study of living organisms and their functions. Simple. And their functions. And this biostatics is a noun. Let me take this 11th word. This is the 11th word here I have taken. This biostatics is the data collection of living organisms, found on the earth or in a particular area, found in a particular area. This is the biostatistics in a particular area. CULAR, particular area. Got the point? This is how. This is biostatistics, and biostatics is the study of life organisms or life found among the animals and plants, etc. Whatever, that life is stable, nobody can change it. I mean, the characteristics of the plants and animals are differentiated, they cannot be meshed together, they have some differences which are stable, cannot be changed, or they are lifelong truth. Okay, so that is statics, means that is stable thing. The statics is the stable things. We study, for example, mathematics. In subject statics is the subject of mathematics, in which we study about how the plants or anything is stable, how the living things are stable, how this engine is stable, this thing is stable. Okay, why I am stable at the moment, how many forces are working upon me, which are keeping me stable. That is how stability, statistics is being discussed about. And statistics is the study of collection of data. Data collection. Statistics. What is the statistics say? What is the object for the statistics say? So that means collection of data, but regarding a particular thing, particular activity, particular group of science, or subject of science, subject of study. That is how biostatistics is being differentiated from biostatics. Please try to understand among these two science studies, because we have discussed among these statistics and statics a lot in my life. Because I'm basically from mathematics background, mathematics and science background, so I understand this difference among the statistics and the statics. And this biostatistics and biostatistics both are two different subjects. Okay, their field of discussion, field of dealing is different, is mostly apart from each other. Okay, so this is how we have discussed about. Now please find your vocabulary based on these words. They are maybe noun, adjective or something, but from that one particular word, number of other words can be found, other parts of the speech can be found. I always talk about parts of the speech. There are 8 parts of the speech. Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, interjections. Right? Conjunctions, interjections, preposition, these 3. Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb and adjective. Noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb. These 5 are there, and 3 more. Conjunctions, interjections and prepositions. These are total 8 parts of speech. But now we can find out that this is okay adjective, so it can also work as a pronoun. No, we can't say. But noun, pronoun are the same, similar thing, because pronouns are used in place of nouns. So they are working as one thing. Okay, taken in 2 ways. Okay, that is how noun and pronoun. Pronoun is used in place of a noun. Okay, so that is replacing nouns. But pronouns cannot be found here, but nouns only. Nouns, adjectives, verb and adverb. These are the 4 parts of the speech which can be found out from these basic words, which are mostly nouns, noun form. It can be found in adjective. Just for example, this is adjective, biogenetic. Okay, biographic. Biographic, biogenetic. Biogenetic, we have already taken biogenetic here. And then biographic, adjective, and autobiographic. Then biostatics, this is noun here. Okay, number of other words I have just not dealt with here, but I can just recount number of other words which can be found. Biogenetics, biography, biogeology, right? Biogeology, plants. We can say the plants found, bionomy, we can say biostatics, biography we have taken, autobiography. With the help of autobiography we can find 3 or more words. Then biography we can find 3 or 4 words. In this way 6 words are there. In this way other words, biogenetic,